Yeah, well, Mr. Kendrick asked about a year ago, I posted a deputy director position, various locations all over the country. I got 3 people back. One was in Nigeria, and the other 2 were people who were interested only because I mentioned that we had an airport. They had no maritime background, knew nothing about ports, they knew nothing about residential, nothing. They just wanted to talk about the airport. So I didn't even bring them to the table because they had no background. So I reposted the position again. I will probably this time put it on Indeed or something, which we had to pay for, but the other ones I did before because they didn't cost anything. But I'm probably going to use Indeed or some other headhunter service to help us find somebody to fill that position. And that I took the whole airport, the word airport, out of the solicitation, so we shouldn't get any people inquiring about airport jobs when they don't exist.
I would suggest we, at a minimum, put it in Indeed or some of these that you have to pay a few bucks.
Yeah.
You know.
That's correct. Yeah, and I tried to avoid that last time, but this time we'll just do
Yeah,
it.
and if they don't pan out, I'll.
Why don't you explain why you're wanting to do that?
Well, there's several reasons why the board decided they wanted me to do it, and I definitely agree with them. I mean, when I got here 10 years ago, the port director's job was literally to help out the PUD with their, water issues and things of that nature, and make sure that the streets got fixed and some of the other basic stuff the port director did here, painting buildings and so on and so forth. But this job has obviously grown way, way beyond that, way outside that spectrum. And so the whole idea of having a deputy is, one, to have somebody to take some of those jobs and take care of them, but also to prepare somebody to take my spot down the road. Because it's very difficult to find anybody with a maritime background that will come to the Willacy County for the amount of money Willacy County pays. It's just not gonna happen. But if you have somebody you bring in at a lower pay scale and promote them up to a position where they are in a leadership position and have experience from having worked here, then that way I can, in a couple more years, go, thank you very much, it's been pleasant, see you later, and let somebody take that position over. Because if you tried right now to go out and find somebody to fill my position, it's gonna be more than double what I'm getting paid. Easily more than double what I'm getting paid. And I understand that, we say this is the valley. Well, that's the reason the valley's the valley. Because the standard's always been, it's a valley, you can pay less. Well, why? You should make the same amount in Brownsville as you make in Houston. Why should there be a difference? And that's the way the rest of Texas views it. The rest of Texas goes, I'm gonna do that job. I wanna make the money I'd make in Houston. Now, obviously, that's not a real comparison, but certainly make as much as they're making in Victoria. So that's the main reason we're doing the solicitation, to start training somebody up. There's actually a program now in McAllen at Texas A&M. They took a division of Texas A&M Galveston, the Maritime Division, and put a branch of it in McAllen. It's a legit 100% Texas A&M program for marine management. I've reached out to their director. I'm going to try to reach out to him again to see if we can get maybe some interested interns to come in and do some internships and get them kind of lined up. So we'll see.